Welcome to the S80 mechanical keyboard video. Finally, right? Because I remember making this teaser trailer and that I'll be building it live last December or something. Maybe January? And everything went wrong. From the USB port ripping off to the microchip inside, the microcontroller unit literally frying and Feather having to source a new part, and then I had to give it to him for repairs. He had to replace it and give it back to me, and then after that we had to flash the damn thing. It was a mess. But finally, I can finally show you the S80 mechanical keyboard, because today, after about 6-7 hours of continuous work, I finished properly doing stabilizers. I replaced some of the switches inside that were underlubed and or inconsistent, and I also swapped out some of the switches for other switches to make it sound a little bit better. So, with all that being said, let's finally get this thing out, because I have been waiting forever to show you this thing. So here is the S80 mechanical keyboard from Sam, or as the back of the keyboard would like to call it, if you were to buy it stock, Sam, or S80 not from Sam, which was extremely tacky, and to be quite fair, this thing was the main reason why I never released a proper video showcasing this build, because this thing is just one massive sheath of metal. Literally just... I could literally use this as a home defense weapon, and I'd probably get away with it if it wasn't for the fact that I probably can't kill someone after they leave my property. But seriously, goodness. But the reason why I say that it took so long, not only because of the repairs, not only because of the fact that I needed to rebuild the keyboard, but it was also because of the fact that if you saw a month ago, a really good friend of mine in the keyboard community, Vash Narada, he sourced a person that was able to make a polycarbonate back, because the back of the S80, the PCB, has underglow. You can see the white LEDs here and going around the board. So I was like, not only does the original metal sheath of a bottom, this thing, kind of ruin the sound, because admittedly, even though I bought the shelf liner, it really didn't help. I really wanted a lot of vibrations going through the keyboard, and that's why it sounds so good without the bottom. But since I wanted to actually, have the bottom, so I could actually take advantage of the underglow in the PCB, Vash managed to source it and not only get one for himself, but for me, and not only that, but the person who made them screwed it up, so I actually have two of them. I'll show you right now. You have one here, and it's very sturdy, and I might give this away to one of my friends that have an S80 and has the same problem with sound that I do. But the one I'll be using is going to be this one, with the very familiar Anjo sticker. Now, the reason why I chose to use this one instead of the other one is because this one was the one that he apparently messed up, but I actually like it this way because the feet in here sink a little bit further, so I don't actually put my wrist as much higher as it should have been with the ones with the proper measurements. So, all things considered, I think it's time to finally put this thing together. And before I actually finish the process, let me get rid of this thing. Ugh. The reason why I also decided to omit some of the screws, I don't know if you can see it, but up here, I have a few screws up here in my tray. And the reason being is because this thing is top mount. As you can see here, there's cutouts for the plate. This is a carbon fiber plate, but because of the carbon fiber plate, it's much more easier to introduce more flex into the keyboard. And so you can see down here, there's screws. You can see here, 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 and here. There's 5 on each row. There's none on the side. And in order to introduce more flex, I decided to omit some of the screws. So I only attached the screws on the outer edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course one up here. But I decided to keep the one under the spacebar omitted because it introduces more flex. And I can show you right now. If I were to press into the spacebar, you can see the entire fixture just sink. See that? And I'm not even pressing very heavily. I'm just kind of putting a little bit of arm weight into it. Just kind of doing this. And you can see it's just flexing down. And that's kind of what I wanted because, you know, like, I have a carbon fiber plate. I might as well do something new because this is actually a pretty new experience for me. A lot of the other keyboards that I've owned have either been tray mount or top mount, but it's like steel, like an XD84. So, why not, right? And now is, of course, the moment of truth. I am going to be putting on the bottom for the S80 for the final time. Yeah, properly adjust this. Let it sit because this is actually the first time I'm going to put it in the keyboard. And these beautiful golden screws are going to be put on all parts to finally secure this thing, and I'll never touch it again for the rest of my life because, oh my god, this thing has taken so long. I feel like half the people who have subscribed to the channel for it have probably forgotten about existence by now because I've probably spammed the channel enough with Genshin content to make everyone forget about me. But you know what? To those that have stuck around, I thank you quite a lot because it means the world to me that you still remember a lot of the projects that I am undergoing as the games that I'm playing catch my interest and I release videos on it. Because, like I said a lot of times, this channel is not just about keyboards, okay? In the About section of my channel, I literally say that I treat this channel like a journal, and whether or not I choose to put effort into it, well, I guess that was a rule of the past. I do actually put a lot of effort in all the keyboard videos and gameplay videos that I do. Like, you have no idea how many times I restart because I stutter once, or perhaps I want to change script, or something doesn't feel correct, or the angle is incorrect, or the microphone was just not placed correctly. But I do it because it's a passion. I make stuff, and when I make stuff, I tend to go all out about it, and if I don't like the final product, I'll be very vocal about it. So even if I do release it because of either time constraints or because I just don't want to do it anymore, I will say whether or not I'm proud of the video or not. And the one video that I'm not proud of is the Barbara video, which is the video with 1 million views on my channel, and I genuinely hate that video, and if it wasn't for the fact of my friends convincing me to monetize my channel and properly fund the future of the channel, I probably would have deleted it. What a mess that would have been, huh? Without any further ado, let's plug this bad boy in. The S80 mechanical keyboard going live. Yeah, let's go. Look at that beauty. And if I flip it over, you can see the underglow. It's just a tad bit there, but a subtle hint is more than enough for me, and I'm assuming I can make it brighter, but I kind of like it this way. It's just a personal thing, you know. Considering the keyboard hobby is such a subjective hobby anyway, I think I can give myself a little bit of a break. So, why not we finally put this thing to the test and type? So I shall swap camera angles and I'll see you right now. Alright, so that is the S80 mechanical keyboard from Sam, with a carbon fiber plate, creamy on switches, and quite the number of modifications to the point where I feel like it isn't even resembling of the main board anymore. But alas, this is it. Now, the people that will be able to see this in the flesh will be on the OCKeys Mechanical Keyboard Meetup that is actually happening this Saturday, September 18th. Now, most likely RSVP is already out, but if you're a fan of my channel, or if you just, happen to come by and you realize that there actually is a community based in the Orange County area, I suggest that you join the Discord. Maybe you can search up on Google OCKeys Discord or OCKeys Mechanical Keyboard, and perhaps if you're in the hobby, I'll see you there. But anyway, not only does this keyboard have a spacebar worth dying for, my goodness, I'm gonna press it some more. But I'm finally done with the S80. This will be a TKL that I'll be using down into the future, if it wasn't for the fact I already was using the DOV2. Hello, baby. But if I ever want to whip out a different type of linear feeling, this is it. So, that's about it. Thank you for sticking with me throughout this journey, those that still remember this project from yesteryear. And until next time, when I announce the livestream build for the Saka 68, built, or rather designed by Feather, and distributed and designed by CMM Studios, that'll be it for this keyboard video. So, have a very good Thursday, Friday, and weekend, and I wish all of you farewell for now, and look out for the next video, I suppose, when I'll be delving into perhaps another modification to a Switch. A Switch experiment, basically. Alright, that's it. I bid my adieu.